my old boss was like, he said it was weeks. I mean, it was just like somebody had completely taken my daughter and given me back somebody different.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know there's a lot of people think that could happen. So there's very possibility it could. So let's see what we got, guys. Scrolling looking for a question. My eyeballs are small.
So Adil is asking if
Oh,
Rocco finds, do you find speaking in public therapeutic?
Yeah, I do find it therapeutic. And also it's not just for me. It's so other survivors will come forward and know that I hear you, survivor. I see you, survivor, and I love you, survivor. Know that. And we're gonna make it.
So we got Sammy. It looks like Sammy says, "Can MK Ultra be portrayed as schizophrenia with the multiple personalities?" And she says that she's new. He or she said, "I'm sorry, I can't see the picture of Sammy. If you're male or female, I correct myself. I'm new to the MK Ultra. This poor guy has been through the mill."
Well, yeah. I mean,
so what she's saying is like if you when you go through that, I guess it makes you think and act a certain way as if schizophrenia would. So do you think that they portray it like that?
Literally turn into that, like that, whatever the altar is, like I have a Tommy altar and he's a very angry altar, but they're like childlike altars that were created to try to, make me either a self-destruct or omega. Yeah, basically omega. Right. The all and end. You know what I mean? Like that's and that's what I believe with Hollywood is that's huge with Hollywood. It's a tactic they use, I feel like.
And do you think with that in mind, I mean you got to think a lot of these different types of programs and such, do you think that it starts with the government and works its way down into Hollywood and everywhere that spreads out that way, or do you think it just starts at home and then
I believe
on a ritual or on a religious level?
Well, I believe it's a lot deeper, darker, and sinister than the government.
Wow, that's hard to believe.
Who rules this planet? Seriously.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true.
Question from Sammy. How does someone overcome the effects of MK Ultra? When does it stop having a hold over you?
It's a timely thing. It's something I will deal with for the rest of my life. But there's different ways to doing it. Change a thought, or try to do something different with myself, move a muscle, or get up and do something. Hitting the punching bag helps for me. Getting anger out, it really helps.
Yeah, well, you're not bottling it in that way, and you can get the aggression out too. And from the physical aspect, it'll at least exhaust you, maybe even to the point where you sleep. I mean, do you sleep okay when you finally do get to sleep?
Yes. Now, a little bit. I mean, I still have nightmares, but since some real wonderful people have come into my life, and they've been praying. There's been a lot of protection. I must say, I've gotten a lot closer to God here lately because, I was straying away. I really was, and I was falling into a trap once again. They were trying to, they don't want me to speak. They definitely don't want me to speak at all. Like I said, I mean, I can go to the store and be wearing a certain color and somebody will start an argument with me. So it's no matter where you go, I'm always somebody's watching. It's also because I do a lot of research and then, bam, when I start talking about it, I did a YouTube video a few years back around 2014 at Camp Hero. It was up on YouTube for 2 days, and it was gone. They deleted it.
Wow. That's crazy, man. I tell you, it's rough. That's for sure.
You got a
So
question from Pamela.
Sorry, I was sorry.
What would you like to do with your future, and are you getting help with your frequency?
I see my future being bright. Utilize my trauma and turn my trauma in from a negative to a positive. And I want to help children. That's one thing I definitely want to do. I'm all about helping the kids. All about helping the kids. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about the children that are suffering right now.
Welsh Gold is asking if you can spot immediately another MK Ultra survivor, and if you did spot another MK Ultra survivor, would you approach them?
It depends on their energy. It depends on if it's a positive connection or it's a setup, because sometimes they will do that. They will try to send somebody at you. And I mean, it could just be some willy-nilly. And they're the type of people where they just pay money for anything, like it don't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
One question I had that was kind of lingering back here. James Burt asked, says, why haven't you sought out Busby, the victim's attorney?
Well, actually, the weirdest part is I called Busby, and Busby said that I already had an attorney. Not him himself, but one of the, secretaries had contacted me and said, yeah, but they couldn't give me the name. They wouldn't give me the name of this attorney. Wow.
Jeez.
I'm not surprised, though. I can't even get my medical records out of the foster care. This is what I mean. It's one target after another target after another target after another. It's going to be the rest of my life.
It seems like it's like anything, and you were telling me different things earlier today. And guys, if you can't hear me, I apologize. I'm still on an iPad. I will be getting a microphone this week, so bear with me. But can the MK Ultra kill switch get turned off through hypnosis? Do you believe that?
I don't know, because I never asked.
Well, let me rephrase it to it might come across different this way. Say if you were triggered, if whatever mechanism they use to put you in, say, a hypnotic mode, the kill switch that basically turns it off. That's what they're referring to.
Oh, no,
it can be turned off like that?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
So we got Lady Warrior asked, do they place implants in those who are victims of MK Ultra?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Now I'm curious, what type of implants is she referring to? Like control implants, information technology, or
there's so many different kinds. It's like, they can implant you where, yeah, your head starts. It's messed up what they can do.
It's amazing. It's amazing in some respect. I mean, as messed up as it is, it's like, I'm 52 and I consider myself a little bit above half stupid. But I like to learn the range of things, and I never have heard of any of this until I joined Sean's channel. It's crazy. So we got Anna Linval says, what was your focus training at MK Ultra? She says, sorry she missed the starting if it's a repeat.
I'd rather just not really answer any more questions about MK Ultra and save that for a time where I can sit down and I can meditate on certain things, because
okay, and you can bring more information.
I was with the crew of Max Spears, James Casbolt. I was in that mix, which they at the time was calling it super soldiers. So, but, a lot of people are like, oh, super soldier, that's cool. No, it's not cool, because what they try to get people to do to one another. But
that makes sense. I mean, a lot of people see what they see on TV and it looks neat. It looks, wild, adventurous, and all that. So I guess until you face the music every morning and end up in that situation, it is, I guess, adventurous. So we got Miss Donuts says, do you think the dreams are flashbacks?
No, I think the dreams are just I'm reliving it through a dream state, and it's more vivid in that dream state.
Yeah, because usually your flashbacks are quick.
Yeah, they're quick or it's
nondescript, blurry. Right. So we got M13, I think this is MI13. Can you recall any positive experiences with angels or positive beings?
Honestly, no, I can't.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So we got basically Diddy is a real factual demon that wants to be the Antichrist. Is that what you're saying?
100%.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I think he's a shape-shifting reptilian as well as Oprah Winfrey.
I tell you, it's neat. And that's neat's still a bad word. It's intriguing now when you've got cameras that are so technically advanced that they can take and zoom across the stadium and pick up somebody blinking their eye and see an eye within an eye. It's really crazy to think that, but when you see Diddy, there's many pictures of him I've seen where they've showed side profile pictures, just different angles that he didn't look human.
No.
So Rocco, have you distanced yourself from those who were in your life with that lifestyle? I had to cut ties with everyone.
Well, I have had quite a few. One of my friends, he was going through, trauma, and he unalived himself. Yeah, so I don't in New York. I don't think I even have any more friends in New York. Everybody I know, there might be a few out there, but I don't talk to people out there. I don't even like New York. I don't want nothing to do with it. It brought on all this trauma, not only there where I'm at as well, but it's much better for me here.
Well, it's like, that would be akin to if you were involved in a unaliving, homicide or something like that, and you did it or you were part of it, and then you have to turn around and get up and go back there every day. Or you go back to the same house and live in the same house every day. So if you don't remove yourself from that environment, it's like you're never going to leave that dream. You're never going to get out of that situation. It's just going to encircle you forever, So, okay, says Sega Frog says, Rocco, are you able to cry sometimes, or does the pain seem stuck in you? In other words, are you able to bring it up and get it out? Says crying is normally a sign that you're making some progress through this very difficult time for yourself. So, in other words, are you able to let go, just boil down and just ball down
I do.
out of you?
Oh, I do. I do.
Yeah, sometimes if you don't, you'll blow up. Literally. I mean, it
just suddenly comes. Like sometimes
it hits you like a fist in the back of the head.
Yeah, it could be a song. Sometimes it could be. It'll just release it, but it feels good once it's released.
Right, it's a quick trigger mechanism. So, Rocco, have you lost trust in people now? And should Mary J. Blige be scared? And if so, how much should she be scared?
I think everybody in the industry that took part in this satanic occult, that's trying to rule the world, that is going to be taken down one by one. I can already see it coming. God is in charge, and God is righteously angry, and God always wins.
Nice. So we got Rocco. Is there any protection, spiritually or physical, that can be sent to the missing children in captive? And how are you, sweetheart? Sweetheart's from her, buddy. That's not me.
Well, I mean, I do at times, like, I sit there and I wonder about these kids that are missing.
Right.
And when I see, like, I have like the Amber Alert on my phone at all times.
Yeah, so do I.
And the amount of children that go missing it's crazy.
Yeah, I tell you where I am, it's not that bad. I mean, as far as like if you utilize the Amber Alert, which if you guys aren't familiar with the Amber Alert, to dumb it down, is basically an alert system through your public broadcasting system that if a child goes missing, they'll put it up on all the traffic billboards, over your cell phones, over the radio. When it hits everybody's phones in this area. And I don't know if it's nationwide or not, but it's an amazing system. And then the nicest part about it is they'll also send an alert back out when that child's been found. You know, so it's pretty nice to see that. So, does the name Spunky mean anything to you?
I'm not what do
I don't know if you had an ex-girlfriend chopping after you, man. You gotta be careful these days. All right, Rocco. So did Rocco ever say that? Were you ever abducted yourself?
not that I can recall.
Or
I mean,
say
I might
abducted,
have been.
mind controlled, and then brought back, something like that?
Yeah, that very well could have happened.
But
Absolutely.
again,
I
you
have
probably
woken up
wouldn't know, right?
your marks on me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Okay, we already asked this question. He said no on that one about the cloning centers. That was Jane. All right. So, how did you discover, or did you, for one? I mean, I know you said you heard about them. Did you actually ever discover any tunnels where you were in the Hamptons? Come across them
I
yourself, or
was
was it
in
just?
those tunnels. Diddy brought me in those tunnels, and there were cages,
So now you say
and
cages.
there
Now,
were
did they have?
dog
Did they have? Oh,
cages,
go ahead.
literal dog cages.
So did they have?
Diddy was a sick, sadistic. The things he did just
Well, and like with the tunnels, I mean, I know they interconnect between the properties, but when you go down there in the underground pipes and things like that, did they have rooms that were cordoned off where they would keep the dog pens, or did they just leave them out in the tunnels like it was literally a dog?
I remember them being out in the tunnels, like,
Wow.
and it was horrible, horrible.
And I cannot imagine if you've
You
been
know,
through that. I really
know,
give you a lot of.
a lot of these, they didn't care. Like, they didn't care. It was just
They were
horrible.
treating you like a dog is what it amounts to.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
treat you, beat you, put you in a cage.
Yep.
I mean, that's just
Yep.
that's wild. Let's see. Sarsar Pink says, "Do you think that your visualizing gift is a result of the ET interaction, and she is sending light and love to you?" Or I'm sorry, yeah, love and light to you. So, do you think the visualizing gift is a result of the ET interaction?
It could be numerous things. It could have been my programming, and like I said, what I did mainly is I've started deprogramming to me is a lifetime process. You got to deprogram all the time. So, like when I deprogram, I turn the negative programming into a positive programming.
Now, I missed a little bit of you earlier because I was doing some things, getting food out for dinner.
Yes, I have been stalked. Plenty of times I've been stalked. Absolutely.
Well, what is visualizing anyway? I missed that part earlier.
Well, like I visualize things, like I can see things before it actually happens.
Okay, like predicting. Okay, I got you. Yeah, but you're actually, instead of it just being a thought in your mind, it's something you can.
Yeah, I
visually
can see it. I can see
Wow.
it. I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Or Welsh Gold says, "How do you personally trust or verify a safe person from a mole or a plant? How do you separate one from the other?"
Well, for one, this would be the first